So what did I learn from the marathon experience, from the training and from the event itself? I kind of got one key lesson from each of those two things. My big lesson from the training was just the importance of building up to stuff, taking things slow and knowing that things take time to develop a skill. I remember my first long run was 7 kilometers, and at the time I thought that distance was so long. I could hardly comprehend it. But 2-3 months later, that was what I was running 3 or 4 times a week, and I was probably doing 20 kilometers in my long runs. With a slow, gradual progression, you can actually achieve a lot more than you think you can, but it's important to remember that you can't get to those high levels immediately. You do need to take time to progress. And I think the marathon's a really great way of teaching you that, because it's all, it's all about metrics. It's literally about distances, starting at a lower distance and building up to it. So I think it's a great way to illustrate that point. And then the event itself, the big lesson that I learned was just to trust myself. I had to trust that I did the work and that I would be able to push through the pain, because at the end of the day, it's really a mental battle when you actually get to the race. All the training and stuff, it's very physical, and the race is physical. But with your mind, you can push yourself a lot further physically than you kind of would think you'd be able to do, and that's quite necessary in a marathon, or at least for me it was. Around kilometer 25 to 30, I really didn't think I was going to achieve my goal of running a sub 4 hour marathon. I was falling further and further behind the pace group, and I was losing hope really. Then around kilometer 33, we got to the turnaround point, around 10 k's to go, and I just knew I had to push through it. I had to trust that I'd done the work, that I would physically be able to run this 10k as fast as I would need to get it under 4 hours. And I trusted myself, and I did. Ran it under 4 hours. So yeah, the marathon taught me kind of the importance of trusting yourself and trusting that you've done the work. So I guess those are my 2 big lessons from the marathon. Such a great experience. So marathon recovery day 2. Went for a swim. Where are we? There we go. The tepid baths. Very, very good. I mean, I'm gonna obviously get into swimming a lot more because training for a triathlon, and also I just love swimming. I did it as a kid, stopped doing it. I want to do it a lot more. Yeah, that was fun. 650 meters, all at a slow pace, recovery pace, because this is recovery. It's marathon recovery. It's not triathlon training. Going swimming was such a good idea. It got me really excited about upcoming triathlon training. This summer I've decided to do a bunch of different events. I felt during my marathon training I was very focused on only the marathon, so I didn't want to do kind of other stuff. There were a few half marathons that I kind of wanted to do, but since it didn't really align with my training schedule, I didn't try and do them. But this time for my triathlon training, I want to fit into my training plan a bunch of different events. And also swimming was a really good idea for recovery. I feel significantly better. My feet are still sore and my legs are still sore, but less so than this morning. Feeling really good. I just finished editing yesterday's video, and it's very strange. Very, very strange. But it is what it is. This morning I did some foam rolling. I don't really do foam rolling, but I figured it was probably some good recovery. I want to see what it's like now, whether it hurts as much as it did with this morning. I don't know if this is how you're supposed to foam roll. As I say, I don't really do it, so this could be terribly wrong. Oh, does it even do anything? I'm trying to do my hip flexors right now. I feel like I'm just getting bone. I don't know if this is doing anything, working proper technique. I don't know.